Painting with light has always been an important aspect of cinema. Although often overlooked by the audience, lighting is so important that many jobs in the film industry are present in order to shape it, spread it, move it, and soften it. The director of photography must pay special attention to how a scene is lit in order to send the right message to the viewer. What do we want people to feel when they see a character? Is the subject in danger, or maybe in love? How light is used gives us hints of emotions and foreshadows what's next to come. It's a massive subject with multiple categories: color, shape, brightness, contrast. But I want to specifically highlight how the softness of light can be used to produce feelings of safety, how it informs us of the emotions within characters, and how it is used to beautify people. Light is called soft or hard based on the way shadows are cast. When we see hard lines separate two different sections of light, the light source is considered hard. If you're using one light source, then this will often result in sudden dark shadows. Alternatively, if there is a slow gradient from light to dark in the shadows, then the light source is considered soft. This gradient is often called wrapping, as the light is wrapping around the bumps and shapes that create shadows. The softness of the light is dictated by the size of the light source in relation to the subject on camera. When the light source is very small, like a flashlight, it will produce a harder light. But when the light source is very large, like an overcast sky, it'll produce softer light. The sun itself is a very small, hard light source, but the clouds diffuse the light and create a large, soft blanket of light. This is why you tend to see very dark, hard shadows during a sunny day, and barely any shadows when it's overcast. But how does this affect the way we watch movies? Not in all cases, but in many, softer light conveys a feeling of security, comfort, peace, or tranquility, as well as a sense of etherealness or an out-of-reality feeling. In Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, Luke Skywalker is attacked by a Wampa on the ice planet Hoth. Luckily, he is saved by Han Solo and is rushed to an emergency room. The room he wakes up in is in all white with very soft light. Notice how there are hardly any shadows on Luke's face, making it appear soft and appealing. This room is supposed to convey a feeling of safety to the audience, as it is a place of reunion between our four characters, and it is an area where Luke is looked after and healed. We are supposed to sigh a breath of relief because we know Luke is better and in good hands, and the lighting reflects this. Softer lighting also suggests to the audience that there is more light in the room, which instinctively feels safer than being in one that is dark, where things could be lurking in the shadows. Now examine the light in this next scene that occurs near the end of the film. Luke literally walks out of a well-lit and very soft hallway into a dark area with splashes of hard light. This immediately informs the audience that Luke is now in danger. He has exited the realm of comfort. Notice how the hard edges of light allow us to just barely make out the objects in the room. We can also connect soft light with comfort and safety by examining afterlife-like settings in films. In Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, Bruce Almighty, and Harry Potter in the Deathly Hallows Part 2, the main character dies momentarily, and we get to see what a positive depiction of afterlife is. All of these depictions are doused with soft light, informing the audience that there is not just a lamp overhead, but rather the very floor and walls exude warm, soft light. This is paired with the clean, healed faces of each character. We know that they are safe, and in a safe and very inviting place. We don't have to worry about them in this setting. In all of these instances, we have just witnessed an important character die. The audience should feel sad, concerned, or even frightened, and see how the lighting before they die reflects this anguish and is filled with hard shadows. It's a stark contrast to the afterlife scene, and allows us to contemplate what just happened, and also relax. It is a common practice in photography to use soft front-facing light when taking portraits, so as to make the face appear more appealing. And this practice is used time and time again in film. In Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring, Galadriel is considered to be the most beautiful person in all of Middle-earth, and is also an ancient magical elf. A being that is so magical is one that is not entirely bound by the reality that most of the characters within Middle-earth adhere to. This beauty and etherealness is illustrated by the way she is lit in comparison to other characters. Her face almost glows with light, and there is hardly a shadow present. The soft lighting makes her skin appear as though it has no flaws. It is then contrasted to Gimli the dwarf's face, which is wrinkled and rugged. Hard dark shadows wrap around his body, and he grounds the audience in reality. The lighting that follows Galadriel is not natural, and we can see how different it looks when watching other scenes in Lord of the Rings. You can also compare how her face is lit compared to other women in Lord of the Rings. Her face is unnaturally smooth and glowing when compared to the normal and natural light that illuminates the face of Éowyn. Again, this lighting technique shows us that Galadriel is unnaturally beautiful. Let us not forget that Galadriel also symbolizes safety and security, being such a powerful character in the Lord of the Rings, demonstrating yet again that soft light is used to make people feel more comfortable. Soft light can inform the audience that their favorite character is safe and comfortable. It can foreshadow if a character is stepping into a room full of danger. It can convey a feeling of etherealness and fantasy, and it can be used to soften any facial flaw to illustrate the beauty of a person. Next time you watch a movie and feel very comforted or secure, or maybe see a character that is remarkably beautiful, try to pay attention to the lighting. I guarantee that more times than not, soft light will be used.